wonderful people have come on time. Get one more opportunity to get your coffee, your tea, your water. So now is the time if you want. Because for the next 1.5 hours, we want your attention, we want your love towards the stage. Okay, so now is the time to get some last minute refreshments. It's amazing. I have been to so many events, and like all of you, I don't think any event has started on time like this. 11 o'clock was the time, it's 11 on the dot. It shows how we all come together to support these wonderful authors and these amazing, amazing people. Beating Bombay's traffic, G20, monorail, metro, all of it. Airport jams. So, from Bangalore, Kolkata, Delhi, Pandharpur, from all over the country, from Pune, exactly. I came from 3 blocks away. So yeah, it's great to see all of you all in person. Over the last 2 years, I've seen many of you digitally. We've been doing a lot of work. Vidya ma'am has been doing a lot of work digitally to spread the awareness of birds and the love for birds. And it's really wholesome to see all of you in person here today. I'm Karnik, and as you know, I'm the founder of a social enterprise called Enlightened Sapiens, where we help people discover and pursue their passions, and passion being the operative word, because passion is why all of us are here today on time, before time, because of the passion that is shown by these wonderful authors, these wonderful people who are so dedicated in what they do, to dedicate themselves to spread the beauty of birds in each one's hearts and minds. So today's program is very simple. It is a culmination of a lot of effort by these wonderful authors, Vidya Kulkarni, her co-authors Shobha, Karnik, Vandana, Rajhansa, and Sapale. And we are going to release the Coffee Table book. It's a 3-part series on birds, of course, found across India. We'll get to know about each of these books over the course of this event. But this book is being released in a 3-part series, which is in English called Boundless Beauty, Part 1, 2, and 3, as well as in Marathi to reach the masses, reach the grassroots levels, reach everyone's hearts and minds. It's a regional language and it's important to release it. Also releasing today as well called Bird Tweet. So without further ado, let's begin today's event. It's auspicious time to start on time, and let's begin. So Vidya ma'am, Shobha ma'am, if you can accompany the dignitaries on the stage, we can begin. So we're starting with Dr. Pallavi Sapale. She's the Dean of JJ Hospital and Diplomat of National Board Pediatrics. She has completed, she has completed her MBBS and further completed her MD in Pediatrics and Diploma in Child Health. She is also appointed as the Administrator of Maharashtra Medical Council. Welcome, ma'am. Next, we have Jainy Maria, who has come all the way from Bangalore. She is an internationally acclaimed wildlife photographer with a doctorate in chemistry, who only took to bird watching just a decade ago, but today is wholly committed to bird photography. Her photographs have adorned the pages of several national and international magazines, scientific journals, and bird books of great repute. So welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, we have Megh Roy Choudhury. She has also come all the way from Kolkata. She's based out Kolkata, an internationally acclaimed wildlife photographer and editor of one of the most prestigious wildlife magazines, Wild Sojourn magazine, and a Canon EOS Explorer. She's an academician by profession. She's also a philanthropist, a conservationist, and critic. It's a matter of pride that one of her profile images has been put up as one of the icons on the website of Macaulay Library, a part of the Cornell Lab, which is one of the world's premier scientific archive of natural history audio, video, and photographs. So welcome, ma'am. So this is not a formal event, as we mentioned. We are a family here together, family of different places. But we do request Tanvi ma'am to felicitate these esteemed guests on the stage. I would also like to introduce another esteemed member in our audience today. We have IG Sudhakar Suratkar. He is a 1966 batch IPS officer, state level badminton player, and interested in many other sports. He retired in 2002 as Inspector General. He is known to be a disciplined and impartial personality and was a great asset to the state of Maharashtra. Welcome, sir. I request please to Kumar. Pushkar.
Megh.
Thank you. So we also have some dignitaries from the Rotary family with us in the audience, and I'd like to request either Pushkar or K. Suryakumar to felicitate them. We have PDG Dr. Jainy Kulkarni, PDG Dr. Rajendra Agarwal, PDG Chetan Desai. He sends his love. Rajendra Dhate. Yes. Welcome all of you. Thank you all for gracing us here today, and all of you as well in the audience. So let's kick off today's activities. I'd like to invite Rotarian S. Venkateswaran from the Rotary Club of Mumbai, Mahim, where these three authors are members of, to give us a brief idea on the making of the books Boundless Beauty and Swachh.
If you can dream it, you can do it. That was the belief of Vidya, Shobha and Vandana. Publication of any book requires a 3C approach: conception, construction and control. The above three roles were synergistically shared by the three co-authors: Vidya on conception, Shobha on construction and Vandana on control. Brilliant results don't show up by chance. The finest things in life take patience, focus and sacrifice. And this is what Vidya truly believed when she embarked upon her wildlife photography journey 10 years back. What started as a hobby became an irresistible passion for photography and finally ended up as an obsession towards bird photography for Vidya, an electrical engineer from VJT in the early 30s. Breaking all odds in traveling from the hot forest bushes of Tadoba to rough desert terrain of Rajasthan to the hilly slope of Himalayas. Vidya left no stone unturned and relentlessly held on to a camera to capture the mystical birds and fascinating history, culminating in the making of The Boundless Beauty and its Marathi version, Swachhanda. Vidya, along with her college friend Shobha, also an electrical engineer, started writing articles on birds through Griha Shobhika and Samna. This further extended with an idea to supplement the beautiful photos of birds in the form of a book centering around their origin, their ability to adapt weather changes, preservation of plant life by indirectly aiding in pollination and much more. And voluntarily took up the role of construction of Boundless Beauty and Swachhanda. Shobha's philosophy was imagination is as important as knowledge and thoughtful design for meaningful form of the book. Both Vidya and Shobha felt that while conception and construction was on, the entire project needs to be controlled by critically evaluating, and this is where Vandana, a chartered accountant by profession and upcoming photographer, came forward and filled the gap. Vandana often says, in order to succeed, the desire for success should be greater than the fear of failure, and relentlessly worked on various aspects of the book. Before concluding, let me reiterate, while individual rivers of India are very sacred and revered, the most intensely revered is the Triveni Sangam, the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna, and the mystical Saraswati. The three co-authors, Vidya, Shobha, and Vandana, truly represent the Triveni Sangam in the making of the Boundless Beauty and Swachhanda. Last but not the least, role of Sri Satya Vaghela in the making of Boundless Beauty is no less important. Satya, an architect and city planner by profession, has been in photography for the last 55 years. He has traveled widely on his photography projects to places like Kenya, Iceland, Ecuador, Norway, to name a few. Satya's contribution in the making of Boundless Beauty has been substantial. A big round of applause to all the co-authors, please. Friends, most of us have pets, majorly dogs and cats, and we are truly rejoiced to know the details of every species of dogs and cats by touching them. In the case of birds who are Swachhanda, it is next to impossible to know their details unless their photos and attributes are compiled and made available in printed and digital format. This is the genesis of making the Boundless Beauties and Swachhanda. You will be thrilled to know that part 1 of the book has 115 birds, part 2 has 107 birds, and part 3 has 112 birds, making a total of 334 birds, the area beauties. Normally we say, I want to see it in black and white. Friends, you'll be able to see not only in black and white, but in multicolor printed format, thanks to Anand Limai of Inking Innovations, who has played a stellar role in printing and publishing the Boundless Beauty of Swachhanda at a record time. Our grateful thanks to Sri Anand Limai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was beautifully said. And I'd like to now request Shobha ma'am to tell you a little bit more about the book and also release this amazing book. So, Shobha.
Very good morning and a warm welcome to all. It is nice to see, so many people have come here to support us. I'm really excited to be here today. This is a very special day, an important milestone in our life, which is indeed dream come true. I want to start by thanking our family and friends who have supported all along in the process of writing these books. Our coffee table books include bird images clicked by Vidya, along with the comprehensive information on each bird. These books are visual delight and which would introduce the readers to the colorful world of birds. I'm sure all of you will enjoy reading them. Now I request our dignitaries to release the 3 volumes of Boundless Beauty and Swachhanda. May I request Anand and Vandana to join us on the dais. Thank you.
सबका सर आएगा.
Which covers raptors and water birds.
So let's have all books together in one photograph.
It's no easy feat. Releasing one book is a tough task for most people. We're releasing 6 books in one course, so that is so yes, I'd also like to announce that we have DG-elect Arun Bhargava who's graced us. So that was exciting, stimulating, right? We're having 6 books, which is no easy task. I'd like to hear from each of these dignitaries on the stage. If we can go by one, and we can start with Dr. Pallavi Sapale. You can say a few words. We'd love to hear from you.
A very good morning to everybody who's gathered here for this August function about birds. And as I was noting your introduction of the people on the race, I realized that I'm the only Dumbo related to birds. So one would truly get to like Dumbo. But let's
start, ma'am.
So I'm here representing the part of the audience who's come out of love for the authors and who doesn't know the first thing about birds. They seem to be in a larger number. So we have a good chance to have converts out here since we have experts all over the place. But I would like to confess that I was a semi-convert and I've realized how bird crazy people can get. Because I remember once when I was on a safari somewhere in Africa, and everybody was fascinated by lions and all the exotic animals that you could see. And there was a couple in our group who were obviously avid bird watchers, and she called her husband, I forget his name, Tebak, and some bird she identified. I mean, everybody was obsessed with lions and photographing them, but she could manage to see a bird even in that wilderness. And I realized that's why I call myself a Dumbo. Another reason is once I was actually dragged along early in the morning. That's the other trouble with bird watching. It's very, very early in the morning. And the best part was I was dragged to the container yard in Nhava Sheva, and I was surprised. I mean, you send me out right now and I'll probably spot a few crows, and if I'm lucky, maybe a sparrow or two. And I was astounded to know, and that's when that fascination got to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't pursue with it. But I realized that even in a container yard and even on electric lines, just a few kilometers out of city limits, there are which I call as exotic birds because I couldn't identify them for the world of me, and through the binoculars I could see that that is another very, very fascinating world. And I can understand the conversion that you said about just a decade ago and going into that world. So I genuinely admire everybody who's on the dais who's put in these kind of efforts. The other thing that I admire working in my career is people always say that you need to write a book, you need to share your experiences. And somebody mentioned the 3 C's. I am only in the conception stage, and even that keeps changing. So I understand the yeoman efforts that they have taken up. I truly admire them for that, because I know how difficult it is. Somebody from Rotary here has been nagging me for a 1-page article which I took a month to write. So understand, you've got the perfect person to come here, because nobody appreciates your effort as much as I do. And finally, to end, just a small note that I made, and that's what I need to end it is, the love for birds is so much. If you notice, Miss Karnik's sari also has birds on it. Or even the paper bag that they have, given the gifts to us also has birds on it. I mean, that is the love for birds, and if we do everything with this kind of passion, I think we would enjoy every day of our life, which is finally what we all strive to achieve. So my best wishes to everybody. And you will have a tough job converting me to the bird world, but I'm sure we already have a few people on the way to conversion. Best wishes to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that honest speech, ma'am. And I'd like to mention, as ma'am mentioned, we maybe think we see a crow or a pigeon or a sparrow. But the event which we had done with Vidya ma'am and of course Shobha ma'am and the authors last year, when we released the first part and the ebook, we realized that during the lockdown, within the confines of just a single window, we were able to spot 30 birds. We were cataloguing Vidya ma'am and us, 30 species of birds just from a single window in the city of Bombay. So not even a few kilometers out. Those of your bird watchers, we saw golden orioles, paradise flycatchers, all from our own windows. The idea is awareness. And these books are here to do that. I made my daughter read it. My daughter has her favorite birds in the part 1 book, and I'm sure, ma'am, you can get into part 1, start with Maharashtra because that's our geographical belt, but all 3 books over the course, because when you travel to Uttarakhand and water birds, you spot these birds. So there's always a start for birding, ma'am. So thank you for your speech once again, and I'd like to now request Jainy Maria to say a few words here.
So again, a very, good morning to everyone. And I'm not a very wonderful speaker like, what ma'am was. So here I really want to express my sincere gratitude to Shobha ma'am and Vidya ma'am. I really felt, when she called me, she was like, really to write a foreword, and like me, I'm away from writing. I don't like writing. I can't write. Then she said, whatever you feel, like, please write. I was like, kind of very, very, in a state of like deep gratitude, I would say, because I've met her only once in Nainital Bird Festival. Anu is here, so she has invited all of us, and we had a wonderful platform there. So I remember she was with Preeti, Vidya ma'am was with Preeti and Gayatri, and they had a wonderful birding session before coming to this event. And then they were discussing, like, ma'am was like, had real tough time to really walk and bird in that biting cold, but she did it. So this is was the first thing I heard about Vidya ma'am. And over time, I came to know about her from various articles. Most of the time, I think she used to write in Marathi magazines and also in English. So I came to know about her passion. Then I felt, okay, wow, this is like somebody to be really, really kind of inspired from. So I am here probably to show my respect, my gratitude for both the authors and also Vandana. Vandana is yeah, Vandana is Vandana. So the thing is that there is no limit to the passion in whatever age you are, and her books are titled Boundless Beauty. So it's like birds are always beautiful. So for me, it's like whenever I see, it's like the colors which kind of gets on to me. Initially, when I used to be a novice in the birding, I used to dream, then I used to ask one of my senior who was already into the birding that, I saw a violet bird in my dream, so can you tell me what it is? So it was for me that way I started, and then I kind of pushed me. I'm also as Dr. Pallavi said, I am a very late riser. I hate waking up in the morning. And birding, especially in the northeast and also in the very cold climate, it's very, very hard. You have to get up like 3 a.m. in the biting cold. So it's like, pushing ourselves. For me, the birds have done that, the best of me. To do that hard work, to, go there and then see. And if somebody asks me what is the best moment, in your birding, then I always tell them that that's the moment when I'm about to click the bird. When I see and I know that the bird is there and I'm about to make a picture, and that moment, exhilarates me. So it has really helped me as a person, even though I'm from a PhD background, everybody who is into that state, you always know that it requires a lot of patience. But birding taught me naturally, how to be patient, because I have waited at a particular place, for one single bird, at least a week. And without no sightings, without any sightings. So that way I've been, kind of cultured myself, taught myself how to be patient, how to be to give up sometime, because you want the bird, you spend a lot of time, effort, you go there and still you might not see the bird. So you also learn to give up. But still, it's a long journey, when you go with multiple people, you try to travel with a lot of people, you try to imbibe in their good, the way how they see the bird, how they see the wildlife per se. You try to learn from them, you continuously better yourself. We all have flaws. I myself, when I started, I was a very impatient birder, in the sense when we are 2-3 people, probably you kind of try to get that, and sometimes you flank the other people, sometimes like that, and still I'll do it, but you make a conscious effort, to move on, to better as a person. So I feel wildlife has taught me that, and I'm still learning, I am bettering myself, but always Vidya ma'am, I think the best thing, Vidya ma'am, Shobha ma'am and Vandana, I think the best lesson or the takeaway for me is to put that into writing. And I am I am jittery when it comes to writing, so to put there, whatever you go through so that the others get benefited is something which I cannot do, but I think I am going to take away that inspiration. I hope sometime I'll be able to write. I'm a very bad writer, because Megh, she always tells me to write something for her magazine, and I said, please, writing and me, spare me. But always these kind of people, the torchlight, they kind of serve as a torch for us, and I try to kind of take it as in a very good spirit and try to just be on the path. So that's it for me today. So thank you all of you, and listening to my whatever I've been saying right now. But yeah, so I try to better myself, and thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for the wonderful audience here. Many of you I have met personally, but I might not remember the name, but it's an interactive platform. So thank you so much, and a wonderful opportunity here. And I really, really, really like to thank them because this is an honor for me. Like I'm very junior to ma'am, and so the way she used to call me follow up. Like, are you coming? Are you in town? She was telling me yesterday, today is a big event for me, so are you coming? For sure. So that is the way she has followed it up, and the kind of honor I get is like, I cannot express in words. So I fall short of words here, and thanks once again, and yeah, rest. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experience with us, because some of us know who are into birds and taking photographies of birds, pictures of birds. It's not an easy task. Patience is the key word that ma'am mentioned, and it's a skill that you learn, right? And imagine now we have, as we mentioned, we have over 100 birds clicked in each of these books. Each of these books, the locations that have to go to, the patience that is required. Now we have pictures, that's one segment. When we have text, as ma'am mentioned, writing is not an easy task, right? Ma'am has written beautiful, beautiful stories. As I said, I read this to my daughter. They're mythological stories. She's just 2 years old, but the idea is that they learn from a young age, and that's what ma'am wants, is bring these little beauties in the hearts and minds of people. So thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experience with us, and let's have Megh Roy Choudhury, from one bird photographer to the next, to please say a few words.
A very good morning to all of you. As Jainy and ma'am said, that we are really very happy to be here, and very, what you say means, I'm very, very happy. You won't believe that this is the first time I'm meeting with them. Okay. So, just you can see that this is the first time I'm meeting her, but I never had any doubt that I will not come in this function, because Megh Roy, actually, I used to see these images on Facebook, and I used to like, because I like the energy she was presenting through each of her images. So Megh Roy actually told Vidya about me. So one fine day, Vidya called me, and she wanted me to write a foreword. Unlike Jainy, I write well. Okay. And I love to write. So I said, yeah, oh, why not? And then she started as ma'am. I said, ma'am, why are you telling me like ma'am, please, Didi, you are like a Didi to me. So obviously from today you will be my Didi. So although I have lots of things, because my forthcoming exhibition is there, I cancelled all my programs for this December and January, but I told Didi I will be definitely coming, and I will be there to share the happiness, because she and with Shobha, Vidya, Vandana, for last 2 years I have seen that how they were trying to make this occasion happen. And this is really, really a very big occasion for them, and really deserving, because they have worked so hard, because we have seen, we have experienced that kind of dedication all these three people had along with Satyavagan. But really, really, it is praiseworthy. Means actually it is Vidya's, Shobha's inspiration, Vandana's inspiration, that I am going to definitely write a book of mine next year. And all thanks to Vidya, Shobha, Vandana. So as you see, I am also a late riser. That is, I think, the problem with us, because I go to sleep. Similarly, Jainy also go to sleep very late. I also very late riser. So it is very difficult for us when we have to wake up early. Means in a place like Ladakh, I have to wake up at 2:30, get ready, and then go out for certain birds. Otherwise, we will not reach the spots. But when passion takes over, so that is where the thing remains. And obviously, it is a joy. And for me, there are 3 P's: practice, perseverance, and patience. And I was a very impatient girl, okay, I was very impatient from, means I used to play cricket, means you can understand, I was very impatient type of personality. But actually when I came to wildlife, I started photography. It made me more calm, it made me more, means I feel when I give my best when I am in the nature. And I love to be amidst nature. I love to be amidst nature so much that I have quit my government job. Just I am coming here after giving resignation for my job, that no more job. Now it is high time I will be only pursuing my philanthropic work. That's why I have already started my foundation, which is a trust, which will be working for nature conservation, which will be working for the poor. Already it is working actually, it is already working. Now we have only done the registration. So I will be completely devoting my life to wildlife and my philanthropic work. So that is where all this, so all these things are there, and I will request all of you, because wherever I am going, I am seeing there is a massive destruction of this nature, the environment. So yeah, we are taking the photographs, but only us won't make, means only the photographers or the wildlifers, it won't be possible for us only to make it a success, means to bring back the glory of nature. It is all of us, we have to unite, because all these calamities are happening because of we are mindlessly destroying nature. So that is my earnest request. You, all of you, please kindly come to nature, be a part of nature. Just find some small amount of time from your busy schedule. You will find that that amount of peace, and that nature is the best meditator. It will give you that best meditation. You don't have to go to any place for meditation or this. Just go in the lap of nature and enjoy nature and enjoy the beauties and the denizens of nature. So that is my earnest request. And really, age is not a bar, because we have another very good birder of India. For her also, it is not, age is not a bar. That is Alkadi, who is sitting there, Alka Vidya. She is also an inspiration. So I have another Vidya, Falguna Shah. She is from Gujarat. She is another inspiration. So age is not a bar. So I am still 16, you can see. So age is not a bar. So all of you, this is my honest request, and keep encouraging us also. And really, this is a very nice opportunity for us to come in contact and get inspiration from all of you, and also make you understand the value of nature and be a part of nature. So I will not take much any more time. So with this, I end my speech. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am mentioned about nature, right? It's very important, and in a city like Bombay, it may be difficult for us to leave the city for work or for, as we said, but we can bring nature to us by first the understanding about birds. A simple task of putting out a water bowl for birds in the summers is also enough. You get one bird, whether it's a sparrow or a pigeon, but you understand these creatures, you get empathy, you feel love, and that's enough too. So thank you for sharing that, ma'am. And as we know, we are one family, and nothing is possible without the support of our family. And at this point, I'd like to hear from Vidya ma'am's son, Pushkar, and if you can say a few words, please.
Thank you, Karan, for inviting me here. What do I say? It's a momentous occasion for us as the family. Tanvi, Neil, and me. I think we just astounded by what my mother has developed over years. It's simply unbelievable. And as many of you would know, she had probably not touched a camera with any vigor till about her age of 60. And just from that point to come all the way here. And not just that, but to take her friends along. I think it's an amazing journey, and something that we feel so proud about. And she has one great asset in her, that she can take so many people along, from the whole Rotary family to our extended family, to our friends, to family. Everybody is somehow a part of making this book happen. So I first of all like to congratulate my mom, Vidya, and Vandana. Great job, fantastic, really heartfelt thanks to all of you, right? But our journey doesn't end here. I think this is the start, and it's a collective responsibility for all of us here who have gathered for the love of the authors and for the love of birds, to actually take this further, and to children, to make them aware about what birds are, and gain knowledge from these books. This is not just a coffee table to flip by, to actually gain knowledge about what those birds stand for, what they actually do, where they are found, and how they thrive, and what they eat, and what they drink, and all of that, right? So I think I would urge all of you to take these books, take them to your larger networks, and that is a true success, and that's a true tribute to all the hard work that's been put by these three authors. So really request all of you to do the same, right? And last but not least, I would like to thank the dignitaries who have come from far, just for the love of birds and for the love of the authors. So heartfelt thank you to all of them for coming from all over India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pushkar. So I have a question for you. Pushkar mentioned we learn, there's information in the books. You learn about what the birds eat, what they drink. Do you know what soap birds use? Anyone? Come on, need an answer. No? Come on, okay, next. Mud. Sorry? Mud. Bird? Mud? No, not mud. No. Just make it right. Okay, next let's have Vidya ma'am's sister, Snehalata, to say a few words as well.
Yeah. I left the Rotary because I started writing a book. Anyway, good morning to one and all. This has been a very joyous occasion for all of us, our family, Rotary family, and public at large, I would say. So, first of all, I want to congratulate all the three, Shobha, Vidya, and Vandana, from the bottom of my heart. They have completed the Herculean task, writing series of books on birds, Indian birds. I know very well the relentless efforts they have taken for this project, because 7 years back. Such a project requires patience, must remain at a higher level. So, in short, I can say, the result is Jainy Maria, you are connected to the endeavor you have chosen. If you read Puran, Devata had divine connection with the birds and animals. They were messengers, they were vehicles, Vahan, we could say. Sri Gurudeva Datta had actually chosen a bird, kapod bird, as one of his 24 gurus. So this, our history of birds and animals goes long way back. And it's mentioned in our culture. I feel nature is the greatest treasure of beauty with purpose and brains. And Nisarga Devata keeps showering this joy on us, our vision, mind and soul. We get attracted to these exclusive, exotic colors of birds and flowers and all the natural things. But you can get a chance to see flowers exhibitions, flowers shows. They are umpteen in cities and even small places. But to see various birds, you have to visit different locations. The joy of walking in the woods and jungles. I have also traveled almost 5 continents. But joy of walking in the woods and jungles and pursuing your goal of birding is a great joy. It's beyond the words. So this trio has made it possible for all of us, because we can't visit every location. So they have come out with this in books on Indian birds, and I'm sure that will give you a joy throughout your life, and you can enjoy that in the comfort of your home. You can just go through the books and enjoy that. At the end, I would like to mention Alan Bennett. He says a book is a device to ignite imagination. So I'm sure these books will take you into a different world, and you will feel that satisfaction, joy, and you can bless these 3 authors. So at the end, I wish you all a happy reading. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, I'd like to invite Vidya's brother, Pradeep Dixit, to say a few words.
Thank you, Karan. Hi, everyone. Glad to see you all this morning. Thanks for gathering here in large numbers in appreciation to the birders and avid photographers. Publishing glorious photos and coffee table book with enough details to know about their flight with widespread birds of India. I would say it is the most august gathering we have ever had, because so many of you have come from so far away. We acknowledge. Having favorable interest in birds can help protect nature, and today's additional aim is to gain more conscious about nature preserves. How beautiful is nature and how alive we feel when surrounded by greenery, animals, birds and butterflies. Now about amazing sisters Vidya, a real sis, and Shobha, more than a sis, and from their childhood until now. 1970, the era of less than 25% women in engineering, and our parents could cite her interest in science, and that's how took up engineering in prime Mumbai Institute Visit. I'm talking about Vidya and Shobha too. Graduating thereafter, Vidya's selection in Tata R&D and Shobha's in Siemens. Why all this now? Something specially to mention. Bird watching or birding is the observing of birds, either as a recreational activity or as a form of citizen science. And studying birds is to further our understanding of the ecosystem that support all life on earth, including humans. What started as a hobby and now a passion is all possible with the help of parents, siblings, spouse, and grown-up children and Rotary friends.
And son.
I also mentioned that. And you have seen that now. So many of our Rotarians also have accompanied all 3 to various destinations. All are present here. And now, in the times of popular social networking sites, Facebook and Instagram, and many you get awesome people with similar interest across globe, and that is evident today with Karan is one of them. In the course of time, the addition is a photography family. You have seen photography family. from which today we have Megh and Jainy with us, who are internationally renowned photographers with tall personality. So what is today's stake? Today's stake is the scale of challenges facing our planet can seem daunting, but we can all do something since nature's future is our future. I repeat, nature's future is our future. At the outset, let me mention a study made by Rotman Research Institute in Canada that bird identification expert knowledge helps us with memory.
Especially for like dogs, raptors, pippins. And also wobblers. Wobblers. Okay, we can talk about wobblers. Oh God. Horrible. I don't even give my mind in wobblers.
So that's a good point.
Yes, that's a very good point.
And SV has mentioned that, as you would find exotic images of 334 birds, I'm repeating, 334 birds in all 3 volumes. Maybe first volume is 115, second is 107, and third is 112. Request all to avail book launch special prize. Special request to our senior Rotary dignitaries for them to consider a time slot in our yearly district conference for such presentation, if you would consider. I would like to end by saying, let's be birders. I repeat, let's be birders. Since bird watchers look at birds and birders look for them. And one small memory, maybe 4 or 5 decades back, a practice was you could buy a caged bird and tie it in your balcony, like parrots and lovebirds. But that is all gone now, and we should be birders now. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir. That was beautifully said. Next, ma'am, we have a small message for you from your grandson, Neil. He couldn't be here today, but I remember him. He has, of course, like many of us, he has helped ma'am when we're doing these online events, creating these slideshows, presentations, as many of you must have attended ma'am's digital events. All the slideshows, the music, everything was helped by Neil. I played just a small part, but Neil was a big part in ma'am's digital journey. So here's a message for you from Neil.
Yeah, like soccer.
Yeah.
Like soccer.
Okay, I'm going to speak on the mic. We'll take a second, that was my mistake. Let's ask another joke. Let's see. Which bird doesn't require to use a comb? Does anyone have an answer? Which bird doesn't need to use a comb? Curly bird. Sorry? Curly bird. Curly bird? Curly bird? No. Cold duck? That's a good answer.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that. But he needs to use a comb, right? He's already combed. So which other bird doesn't need to use a comb? But that's a good answer. Sorry? Yes. We have 2 non-birders.
That's a secret arrangement.
We have 2 non.
I'm saying that I am one of the birders that I am over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is for the first answer. This is for you.
Actually, that's kind of style. Not
I will take another 1 minute of yours. My voice is very audible because I used to take class in my college with 120 students. So already my voice is very much audible. Maybe I will be running for a party or election as a minister in some way. Anyway, 2 points I have actually forgotten. That is about Vidya's book. As you all know that she has a very motherly touch. The moment she spoke to me, I felt that as if my mother is, I lost my mother at the age of 4. Jainy also lost her father at the age of 4, same time. So sometimes we are in lack of parental, but my father is very nice, Jainy's mother is very nice. So that is the thing. But she has a very motherly touch. Maybe that is the reason when you read her book, the first and foremost thing that I loved about the book was the anecdotes. The mythological anecdotes, several stories, what is the folk stories that is there in the book. So all these books are why I say that it is a must-have, because not only you, your next generation, the small kids also will love to. Because it is not only that most of the bird books or something like this, they give that this is this bird, this is these inches, this is this, they eat this, their habitat is this. But along with that, she has presented the stories, which makes it a very, very interesting read. So that is a very important part of these books. That's why I always, first thing I told Didi, this is the first thing I loved about your book. Something which is completely unique. Along with that, you are also getting this thing. And another thing is, as I told you, he said, let us be birders. So I started as a birder, as a bird photographer, not a birder person. As a bird photographer, I love birds. But now I am taking photographs of all the animals. I mean, all macro, small animals. You won't believe there's in your backyard you get beautiful insects which you can get interested. Not only the birds, there are other animals, mammals which also require. For example, the Pallavi cat. I went to Hanley and stayed there 9 days only for Pallavi cat. Didn't look at anything at that 18,000 feet. But these all they require, they play important part, all of them, all the creatures of nature, they play, how tiny they are, they play a very important role in our ecological balance. So what you can do is that, no, if you don't know, no, I don't want to go for birds. So it is not that, if you don't, you will love birds, because whenever I am going, I am taking all. Birds, insects, mammals, everything. I am not leaving anything, okay. So you go out, whatever you love, you just have a nice time with that and you enjoy, because for me, the nature is the best healer. That is my personal experience. Nature is the best healer. And another thing is, if we do not conserve now, we will perish. So that's all. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to touch that switch again.
I was very Hi, this is Neil. I am Vidya's grandson, and I was very stoked to hear that she was doing an interview on TV about her photography. I've seen her come so far over the last few years, and she's really, been one of, I'd say, the foremost name in alien photography in India. So I'm very proud of how far she's come. I have the calendar that she published a couple of years ago with her photography, and also getting a print up of her photography here up in my flat in London. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on TV, and wish her all the best in the future. But obviously we keep in touch very, very often. Just sending my best wishes from here in London, and I'm so sorry I can't be in Bombay right now. See you soon. Bye.
we've heard from a lot of people today, but we've heard most about one person. Let's hear from that one person. Let's hear from Vidya ma'am herself. Please ma'am. Lovely for you to speak.
You know something, I really become speechless looking at all these people. Maybe you all are here for the love of bird, or maybe for my love of me, authors. See, as formally we say, good morning, my dear friends. I'm delighted and humbled to see this august gathering. I heartily welcome you all. My gurus, my friends, my Rotary family, my dear ones and dear ones, and my new birding family. Lot of birders have come just for me. So I'm really delighted. See, if someone had predicted 10 years ago that I will write and publish book on birds, I would have said stop joking. Because back then, I had never held a camera in my hand. When my husband left for heaven here, my life took a different turn. I unknowingly walked down that road as if an invisible force inspired me and led me by the hand. I learned camera techniques, held sessions with experts and taught others too. Rotary is always my platform to, whatever I learn, I'll try to present it to them. I learned piano. I went all over India with my camera. God only knows from where I got so much of energy. I went to Tadoba forest in 50 degrees of temperature in summer. Went to Chopta in Himalayas at -5 degrees temperatures in summer. My Preeti soldier has come, she has witnessed it, she was with me. I had rarely travelled other than by flight or by car till then. But I travelled by train for a couple of days in 3 tiers, then a sleeper bus through the night with only one goal, photography. I went to many forests and birds' habitat, caught a train at 2 o'clock in the early morning. My sir, Saumendraji is there. Actually, I went with him. And people were saying, Saumendraji, why are you taking this old lady there? Okay? During the rainy season, that too in the rainy season, and did micro photography where you have to, it's all slippery and you have to sit down and what not you have to do.
Why are you forgetting the leech? They suck all our blood.
They suck our blood. They suck our blood. Yes, very true. Besides wildlife photography. People always ask me, what drives me to do birding with so much of intensity? Keep going to all odd locations. Face multiple challenges in terms of weather and traveling mode, and still keep at it. In my opinion, bird photography has become my deepest passion, and therefore challenges are only a means to that end. As the saying goes, sharing is caring. I have taken up as my life's mission to share my knowledge on avian beauties with the hope that caring of these God's creations would spread far and wide, which I am already witnessing this in my family and my extended Rotary family. Making of boundless beauty and Swachhanda is a small step in that direction. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Always inspiring, always sharing. Thank you once again. So, we mentioned at the start that we'll be releasing the physical books, the coffee table books in English and Marathi. But as her brother mentioned, that in the time of Instagram and Facebook, we have to stay relevant. And Vidya ma'am and the co-authors have done just that. They will be releasing their website right now as well, World Tweet. For that, I'd like to invite Vandana ma'am to lead IT Suratkar to release the website.
Our website has been designed to provide wealth of information and images of birds, as you can see, and we are sure it will stoke your curiosity to more about them and enjoy being connected with them. It has special feature to indicate the bird calls as well with the individual bird images. Once you browse through the website, I am sure you will be hooked to it. Correct?
Thank you, ma'am. And no, as we mentioned, we have IT Suratkar. Please, we'd love for you to say a few words. Right? Yeah.
Nice.
Lights.
Very, very good morning, everyone. I am scared of speaking. I find it easy to use lathi. Rarely I have used bullets also. I have been given 2 minutes. So I think I will take even less time. The books I just went through and learned a lot, enjoyed it. And it's very inspiring. So, I will also do something good in life after going through it. I just went through. And the beautiful tall lady, she has written very interesting things.
Thank you. And the person who doesn't write.
No, but I am so weak in English that while going through the whole word, it reminded, do you know who? Shashi. So friends, I will take very little time and I will now switch over to Hindi. Is there anybody who doesn't know Marathi?
Yeah, there are people.
So I will go into Marathi. I was educated from 1st to 9th in Hindi, 9th to matric, in Marathi, thereafter English. But I have no command on any language. I am weak in all the languages. Child से दोस्तों, और जब मैं दोस्तों कहता हूँ तो उसमें खूबसूरत सहेलियाँ भी आती हैं। और यहाँ हमारी एक बहुत प्यारी सहेली भी है, उनका नाम है मीना तई पड़के। मैंने क्यों दोस्तों का और सहेलियां कहा? क्योंकि दोस्त और सहेली ये जो रिश्ता है ये बहुत करीबी है। मेरी सबसे प्यारी सहेली कौन है? मेरे सबसे प्यारी और करीबी सहेली मेरी ग्रैंड डॉटर है। वो जब आती है और हम जो घूमने निकलते हैं तो कैसे आजोबा कहते हैं हिंदी में, मराठी में आजोबा कहते हैं, ग्रैंडफादर। तो कहती है आजोबा लेट्स गो फॉर ए लॉन्ग ड्राइव। और जब मेरी पत्नी मेरे पड़ोस में बैठी होती है तो कहती है आज तुम आगे रहो बेस। Ask my wife to go and sit at the back. तो दोस्तों जब पढ़ने के बाद देखने के बाद पंछियों को मैंने बहुत करीब से देखा है और त्रिमूर्तियों ने तो बहुत ही करीब से देखा है। किसी ने त्रिवेणी संगम कहा, मैं त्रिमूर्ति कहूँगा। तो मैं आपको ज्यादा समय नहीं लेती, इतना ही कहूँगा। मैं बहुत सामान्य हूँ, पंछियों से मुझे प्यार है। और मैं आपसे ये कहूँगा, ऐसे बैठे बैठे जो मैं सुन रहा था लोगों को, तो मुझे दो गाने याद हैं। उसमें ये गाना है पंछी बनो उड़ते फिरो। और दूसरा आया याद, बनके पंछी गाए प्यार का गाना। तो दोस्तों हम लोग खुद हर कोई पंछी बनने की कोशिश करें। आप लोग सब जब मैंने सुना तो मुझे एहसास हुआ कि मैं कितना कम जानता। और मुझे दिमाग में एक बात आई कि बर्ड्स ऑफ प्रे यहाँ नहीं नजर आ रहे, लेकिन जब मैंने बटन दिखाया दबाया तो जो पहला पंछी देखा वो कुछ दबाया हुआ था मुंह में। जो यहाँ कहा गया कि हम नेचर से दूर जा रहे हैं, बिल्कुल सही। और जितना हम नेचर से दूर जाएंगे हम अपने आप को खत्म कर डालेंगे। हम उसी राह पर बढ़ रहे हैं और जब तक हम सब मिलकर नहीं रोकेंगे ये रोकने वाला नहीं। आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, ये किसी एक का काम नहीं है, इसको हम सभी को मिलकर करना होगा। तो दोस्तों मैं एक लास्ट सेंटेंस कह के बैठता हूँ। ये जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, इसका हम मजा लें और पंछी बनकर उड़े और प्यार सब में बांटे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. Agree to your entire speech. एक चीज में I don't agree. You have great command on all three languages. So thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Rajendra Agarwala. He's the immediate past district governor of Rotary District 3141. On behalf of Rotary fraternity, including PDG Dr. Jainy Kulkarni and DGE Arun Bhadra, to speak a few words for Rotarian Vidya, Shobha and Vandana. Dr. Rajendra Agarwala.
Thank you very much for inviting me today to this function. First of all, congratulations for this new passion which I saw in these Rotarians today. ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ रोटरी मैं यही कहना चाहूँगा कि ये क्लब, माहिम क्लब, एक छोटा सा सुंदर फैमिली क्लब, मैं कई सालों से आई एम कमिंग ओवर हियर। पहले देखा था ये क्लब में सिंगिंग का पैशन, एक से एक बड़े सिंगर, और हमारे कितने रोटरी के प्रोग्राम है, यू ऑलवेज देयर एंड यू ऑलवेज द लाइमलाइट, एंड ऑल द टाइम आई टू सी दैट हैप्पीनेस, एंड सबके फेस पे एक अलग खुशी और चेहरे में चमक थी। फिर देखते देखते पल्लवी जी इनके शुरू हो गया एक सोशल वर्क का। आज ये लोग ने इतनी पेडियाट्रिक हार्ट सर्जरीज करी है, उसका ग्लोबल ग्रांट करी, hundreds, and they were so passionately involved with this hospital, that hospital, and they used to invite me, यहाँ inauguration करना है, कल वहाँ inauguration करना है, so that full Mahim club got involved with that level, और आज ये तीसरा level देखने को आया। I still remember on 24th of October I got a call from this photographer कि ये फंक्शन है और आपको हेल्प चाहिए, और ये करते करते I see such a big crowd today. That is absolutely fantastic. और इतने शॉर्ट टाइम में बुक लॉन्च करना, इतना एफर्ट करना can only happen when you have this passion, when you have this energy. And मैं एक बात कहना चाहूँगा सबके लिए, my term just got as a Rotary Governor. I also work with all of you all with full passion during the whole year. And on behalf of all of you, let me make a small announcement. Just last week I was in Visakhapatnam for a Rotary Institute, the program held by the Rotary past president, current president and the next president. वो function के अंदर our district 3141 was adjudged as the best district in India for TRL, we got for the maximum social work, and we got for the PR. And not only that, we were also number 2nd in the whole world. So on behalf of all of you, I got 12 awards which I will share with you, with everybody. मैं lastly ये कहना चाहूँगा कि I believe in my 1 year of experience with Rotary, the only purpose of life is happiness and satisfaction for your own self. And what better than getting it with your passion. And lastly, जैसे आपने कहा, last line is कि आपको दुनिया में सब कुछ मिल जाएगा यहाँ वहाँ Amazon के ऊपर except happiness. Happiness only comes with such passion and with such social work. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for gracing us. Congratulations to you and your entire Rotary family. So you mentioned at the start that the book is not only in black and white, but it's in. For that, I'd like to invite the publisher of the book, Anand Limaye of Inking Innovations, to speak a little bit about the book and say a few words.
Thank you, Karan. Dignitaries on the dais, the friends, relatives of Vidya and other co-authors. मधुर मराठी बोललो तर माफ करा. मराठीची अस्मिता म्हणत नाही, but someone has to represent स्वच्छंद also. No doubt our India building also has completed 91 years, but our inking innovation has completed 10 years. And in these 10 years, we have published books of great authors like Dr. Dhananjay Keer, Dr. Premanand Ramani, Dr. Arun Tikekar, his wife Anisha Tikekar on Afghanistan, then Sumitratai Mahajan. Our next book would be published on autobiography of Dr. Anil Kakodkar, and thereafter we will be publishing a book authored by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In this 10 years we have published almost 95 books. No doubt the number of 95 is very less for any publishing house, but I am proud that all these books either give message or they are collective items, collector's items. आज विद्याताई, शोभाताई आणि वंदनाने जे काम केलेलं आहे ती पुस्तकं आमच्या इंकिंग युनिव्हर्सिटीला पब्लिश करायला दिली. ती देखील ह्याला एक्सेप्शन नाही. तो देखील एक महत्त्वाचा ठेवा आहे. त्यातनं पक्षांबद्दलची माहिती आहे ती आज त्यांनी 334 पक्षांची माहिती दिलेली आहे. त्याच्यामागे त्यांचे एफर्ट्स आहेत की जे आम्ही गेले 2-4 वर्ष बघत होतो. जे पॅशन आहे, अफाट आहे, त्याची माहिती मिळवणं, ती एडिट करणं, ती ट्रान्सलेट करणं आणि ते फोटोग्राफ्स करणं. फोटोग्राफीला जो पेशन्स लागतो की पक्षाचा अशा अँगलने जर फोटो काढला तर तुम्ही जे वर्णन केलेलं आहे की त्याच्या पंखावरती पांढरा ठिपका आहे तर तो तुम्हाला दिसेल. तर तो पक्षी त्या पोझिशनमध्ये येताना तितका वेळ तुम्ही पेशंटली थांबून राहणं, हा पेशन्स त्यांनी अंगीकारला किंवा उपजत असेल त्यांच्यात. पण त्याचं एक द्योतक आहे हे पुस्तक म्हणजे. आणि हे पुस्तक ती सिरीज ऑफ बुक त्यांनी आम्हाला पब्लिश करायला दिली. आम्ही अत्यंत नम्रतापूर्वक आमचा बहुमान समजतो आणि त्याचा स्वीकार करतो. हे पुस्तक अत्यंत महाग असलं तरी आमच्या दृष्टीने ते खूप स्वस्त आहे. कारण ह्याच्यामध्ये त्यांची जी स्वतःची मेहनत आहे त्या मेहनतीचं कुठेही त्यांनी किंमत लावलेली नाही. कारण ती किंमत लावताच येणार नाही. सो each volume is priced at
mentioned, as you can see on the slide as well, each book is available for 3,500 rupees, but till December 31st, if I'm not mistaken, they are giving a special offer for 2,500 for each book, or as a complete set, that is in English 1, 2 and 3 for 7,000, or in Marathi 1, 2 and 3 for 7,000. So that's the offer. You all can avail of it, of course, on the website, that is birdqueen.in, which we just released. Also, back there at the registration counter on the back, you can avail of and get your hands on a copy of the book. Ma'am wanted me to mention one more thing, that the proceeds for the sales of these books are also going to a Rotarian cause. So. Okay, so we started on time and now we are almost at the end of today's program. I love events going on time, like everyone here must be feeling happy, relaxed. And to end today's program, I'd like to call up Anuji, all the way to come all the way from Delhi, of Strap Pixel to say a word.
Come.
Very good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I'm having a bad voice today because of the throat problems, and please bear with that. First of all, heartiest congratulations to Vidya ma'am, Shobha ji and Vandana. They've done a wonderful job. Now, regarding the Strabos, how I met her, that was 2018 when we arranged one event for the ladies. That was pink event, basically for the lady birders from all over India. So we had invited approx 50 ladies from all over India who had come to Bhumi Adhar. That's one of the places between Nainital and Bhimtal. And she had done a wonderful job. Just before reaching, she was telling me how will I go to the field because she had some problems with the, I guess, walking. And then I could see her that she was running after the birds and the birds were coming to her. So I really appreciate, and truly she is an inspiration to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuji. Actually, this part 2 of Boundless Beauty is only because of Anuji. They are Bishnoi family. They have a lot of love for nature. And on Messenger, one day I get a message. Along with my grandson, I was trying to find out how to go there. I've never gone to that side, Himalaya, Uttarakhand. And she arranged 2 young girls so that I can go with them. And as my Rotary family, one Rotarian also said, Vidya, so 4 of us, we had a gala time in Himalayas for 15 days where I had to face -5-degree temperature at Chopta. so it was like, for me, it was like always like adventure. But Anuji, I kept going again and again. I always say, they must have mahir ghar. The way they take care of me, I'll tell you, unbelievable. So my part 2 is literally dedicated to Vishwa. She has got some special gifts for some of you. So she was asking me how to give. So I said, give it to me now. I'll definitely give it to the most deserving. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So now call upon Vandana ma'am to conclude today's event.
Thank you, Karan. All is well that ends well. Yes, we have come to that part of the morning. Thank you all for giving us the opportunity to present the fascinating and colorful world of birds and their unique contribution towards preservation of nature. The launch of our books is a small step. Our contribution in creating greater awareness of the boundless beauty these birds offer to the mankind. With humility and joy, I feel greatly honored to present the formal vote of thanks. I sincerely thank today's chief guests, guest of honor and Rotary dignitaries from our district. I thank each and every one of you for sparing your valuable time to be part of this momentous event and making it happen. Numerous people have offered their unstinted support and assistance in the making of these books and our website. We appreciate and acknowledge their wholehearted cooperation. To name a few, Asavari Joshi, Soumendra Mukhopadhyay and Akash Saraval, Ken Liu, Sarvanand Janakarajan, Lakshmi Narayan Nandiraju, Kabir Samuel, Vaijayanti Gadgil, Dr. Snehalata Dhaipure, Amit Rane, Sujit Kothare, Nigamka Datta, Nilima Chavan, Shubrata Iyer, Athika Vavda, Vanaja and Surya Kumaji, Seema Joshi, Vaishali Abhankar, Neeta Banai, and Anaga Hundurkar. Karan Mulchandani from Enlightened Sapiens for entering this program very beautifully. Website designers of Prajakta Software, Lukas Athode and Pallavi Surve. Anand Limaji, India Printing Works, Printer and Inking Innovation Publisher. Akash Saraval and team of Cine Photo for arranging this. Dadar Club Hall Management and Catering Services. Last but not the least, we would also like to thank our Rotary family, Rotary Club of Mumbai Mahim, for wholeheartedly supporting us, and special thanks to Prakash and Sandhya Samudra, Vanaja and Surya Kumar, S. Venkateshwaran, Varsha, Vidula, Sunita, Seematai, Umatai, Shaila and Lalit Rekej. If I have missed out any step particularly, please excuse me for the inadvertency. Now I invite you to join us for some just lunch. Thank you very much.
Lunch, of course, is being served. Enjoy. The registration counters are on the bottom right. And of course, there is a small gift for each one of you. So please, on your way out, please collect it from the registration
This gift is from my brother Pradeep Dixit.